Hey, I'd like to say a big welcome to you today to Wednesday Learning by Life Show. And we are here back again to talk about how to live our lives on purpose. And today we are talking about intentionality. And what is intentionality? Intentionality is the art of making choices that are intentional or intentional choices so that you can be able to go after your purpose and be all that you ought to be. We've been talking about learning to say no, learning to say yes, how to, have the dance of discernment. And today we are talking about intentionality. Intentionality shapes you. It causes you to become who you are supposed to be. And it's so important. Intentionality. It's about living intentionally. And this means aligning your daily choices with your deepest values, your goals, and your purpose. It's about being proactive, not reactive. Each choice you make, no matter how small, is a building block in the construction of your life. When you choose intentionality, when you choose to be intentional, it changes the whole narrative because now you begin to live life pursuing the things that you ought to pursue. I'd like to give you strategies that will help you to be able to be intentional. Number one, start with self-reflection. Spend time, understand your core values, your passions, your purpose, what drives you. What brings you joy? What gives you fulfillment? When you answer those questions, you'll be able to begin to align your life and you'll be intentional. Number two, set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve in every area of your life, be it spiritual growth, career achievement, family life, or even personal well-being. Clear goals give you direction and they give you intentionality. Yeah. Number three, mindful decision making. In other words, don't just make decisions. Be mindful about the decisions that you're making. Ask yourself, does this choice bring me closer to my goals? Does it reflect my values? Is it in line with what I want out of my life? Number four, learn to take a pause. You see, we live in such a fast-paced world where it's easy to make impulsive decisions, but you need to cultivate the habit of pausing, of reflecting, and being able to respond to situations, not just moving on. Number five, embrace change. In other words, be willing to change. Intentionality means coming to the place where you're willing and you're open to change. You're able to reassess your passions, your desires, the things that you're going after, and make decisions based on those. Number six, always seek God's guidance. In all your ways, acknowledge Him. The Bible says, and He will direct your paths. That's Proverbs chapter 3, verse number 6. Regular prayer, spending time in the presence of God, reading His word will help you become better in making decisions. Now, when you become intentional in your life, when you embrace intentionality, here is what will happen. You will have inner peace. That's number one. You'll have inner peace because your values, your purpose, your dreams align together. Number two, you will have purposeful living. You'll be able to live your life on purpose. You will not just be merely existing and drifting through the days. You'll be able to focus. You'll be able to go after the things you ought to go after, and that will help you accomplish your full purpose. Positive influence is the next one. Living positively, pursuing positivity, because you know what it is that you're living for. You know what it is that you're pursuing, what it is that you're going after. And too many people are living life without being purposeful, without being driven, towards the things that they ought to go after. And so I invite you to go ahead and embrace intentionality. You see, in choosing, whether you're choosing good food, you're allocating your time properly, you're choosing to relate with people, hang out with people, you're choosing to reflect and pray, it just changes your life completely. It helps you to be able to live the life you ought to live. Here is something that I'd like you to think about, because this is a very key statement. It will help you just be able to see everything that I'm saying in the right perspective. You see, life's true richness lies not in the chances we take, but in the choices we make. Think about that. The richness of life is not in the chances you take, but in the choices you make. And so you need to come to the place where you ensure that the choices you're making are intentional. You are living your life with intentionality. You're pursuing the things that you ought to pursue. You're not drifting through the days. You are accomplishing what you are meant to accomplish. And so I say again, the richness of life is not in the chances you take, but in the choices you make. So make choices that are intentional. I am looking forward to us being able to connect again next week on another episode of Wednesday Learning by Lifeshon. But between now and then, make sure the choices you're making are intentional choices. Don't just take chances in life. Make choices. Have a great rest of the week. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.